staying with the Ohio teams, the Cleveland Browns defeated the Baltimore Ravens led by Jameis Winston. And Winston's just a fun player, man. I love rooting for him. Because no matter what, he's going to go out there and he's going to air that football out. And he could throw 5 picks. He could throw 5 touchdowns. It doesn't matter. He's going to play with the same confidence anyways. And he's not afraid of a team that has championship aspirations like the Baltimore Ravens. For the Ravens, I think this is just kind of a loss that you can't chalk up too much to because you don't have much film on Winston. How are you really going to properly prepare for him? I don't think there's major warning flags for the Baltimore Ravens. It's a bad loss, sure. You don't want to lose to the now 2-6 Cleveland Browns, but I think Baltimore will be fine in the long run. Derrick Henry didn't have the best game, but I think that's going to come back. He's been great this year, and that's going to continue. But for the Browns, you've arguably had three quarterbacks come in and play better than Deshaun Watson now. It was Baker. Obviously, when you got Deshaun, you had to get rid of Baker, but you made the decision in the first place to go with Deshaun over Baker and trade for Deshaun. And then you had Joe Flacco, who had a great stretch at the end of last year, and now Jameis Winston was lighting it up. But you've just roped yourselves into paying him so much more money. It's just this fully guaranteed contract because he didn't want to go to Cleveland. So you give him a fully guaranteed contract so that he'll even, consider it for 5 years, $224 million, whatever it was. And now you've just roped yourself into that contract, fully guaranteed, and you can't do much to get yourself out of it. But guess what? Jameis Winston is a lot better NFL quarterback in 2024 than Deshaun Watson is, and I have no doubt in my mind about that. Especially not just for the production on the field, but for what he can bring to your locker room. Because Deshaun Watson, regardless of how his teammates might feel about him, he attracts a lot of negative press, and that's rightfully so, right? And it's not just for his play, it's for the off-the-field stuff as well. But Jameis, he's the guy that the locker room can really rally around, and the Cleveland Browns fans can really rally around. And so having Jameis be able to be a proper leader and someone that teammates can really show up and shout out for, that's huge. So it's not just a great production Jameis had this game. I think he's the guy that the guys like Jerry Jeudy, guys like David Njoku, who are going to be his top receiving threats, they can really go out there and be motivated to perform for Jameis Winston compared to how they would be with all the negative press surrounding Deshaun Watson. So I think for the Browns, you're going to have to stick with Deshaun Watson realistically. However, Jameis Winston has absolutely proven himself just in 1 week, go out and beat the Baltimore Ravens and having a great game. Jameis has proven himself to still be a good NFL quarterback, and I have no doubt in my mind that he is a better quarterback than Deshaun Watson. However, the Cleveland Browns, unfortunately, are probably going to have to stick with Watson.